Our red clover, which is part of our fertility building ley, has really got away from the sheep now. It's growing like mad with all this sort of wet, and especially this wet, warm weather. And so we're cutting it prior to, probably going to, depending how much rain we have, we're going to subsoil this field. We're going to subsoil it and probably then cultivate it or plough it, depending on what the weather's doing. But you can see that this clover really puts on a big old growth. Also, there's quite a lot of blackgrass coming up in it, which is flowering at the moment, and so we want to cut that before that sets seed as well. Yeah, so it makes this tractor's only about 125 horsepower, and it's got a 6-metre mower on it, and that's really all it needs. Okay, a rather bumpy view from the cab, because we're doing this over wart, which is doing it over the previous tram lines when it was a crop, not last year, the year before. So it's a bit of a bumpy ride, going at about 9k, which is about enough for this tractor. As I said, the blackgrass is on flower, and so cutting that now is perfect, because none of the seed should be viable. The other thing is that there are quite a few thistles in the field, and they're also on flower. And there's a saying that I'm sure you all know, which is cut them in June and it's too soon, cut them in July, they'll surely die. They're putting all their effort into flowering, and if you cut them it just weakens them, and hopefully they won't come back again next year. It's a bit, I haven't got GPS on this tractor, so I've got to keep an eye on the front. But I want to show you a little bit at the back. This is a spearhead mower, and it's a 6-metre one, and it's used a lot on this farm for cutting our fertility leys. But anyway, it's doing a good job. It's quite satisfying. I'm tempted with this field because this field apparently has got a very bad wild oat problem, but of course this year we've cut them, and so I'm sort of tempted to maybe subsoil this field, as I said, and then just go across with a cultivator so we don't dig any wild oats up from 2 years ago. And a winter wild oat, 7 years in the ground, usually weakens it enough, but whether or not we'll be able to not plough this field for 7 years, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm tempted not to dig them all up again.